Okay, it's a little later in the day, so the light's not incredible, but I will point out all the paint stuff. Here we have a lot of rock chips on the hood, but not the front fascia part. So this has been repainted separately of that. The front bumper is missing the toe cover right there. You can actually still buy those. It looks a little dull right here. I washed it this morning, but I have not polished or waxed the car recently, so this is gonna be really honest. It's missing the trim right here. I have it, I pulled it off because it was holding water and the trim was starting to rust. And I didn't want that to get up and make that worse than it was. There is a little bubble right here. That's the only rust that you see on the exterior of the vehicle. And apart from the jack points, which I will email you photos of, really the only problem areas. I've had this trim off before. There's nothing behind there. It's just that little bubble right there. It's kind of hard to tell, but right here, it's pretty dull. There's a fade line right here. So the roof and this quarter have been painted independently of each other. And there's a blend line somewhere here. And I don't know if it's kind of hard to tell. The paint looks a little full, like it's not super smooth. But on the door here, this is a little different quality. It's like a little dimpling. It's a different texture. You don't really notice it unless you're really staring at it. Again, from about 5 feet away, whole car looks pretty decent. The rear bumper, that actually would probably come off if I tried. The rear bumper has some paint chipping. Again, probably wasn't prepped well. And then here we have some chips, but not here. That's really odd. Don't know why. We have a little bit coming through there, and it looks like right here, just someone polished it too hard. It's just burning through a little bit of the clear coat, but not oxidation or from sun. Really just, it seems like someone just polished it too much. And along with right there, that leads me to believe that the trunk is actually probably original paint. It seems to wear the same as the original German paint. Now the passenger side of the car, you won't be able to tell much, but this is actually the best side of the car. But you can see there, this has also been repainted. But this side is exceptional. There's a couple of small, very small door dings. 1 or 2 of those. Otherwise, nothing to note over here. Pretty good paint. Now, it may be difficult to see from the video, but I pointed out the other areas, so just, you're gonna have to take my word for that. If you are keen on these cars, the lower skirts are not the darker gunmetal. So at some point someone did that. Sorry, I'm not. And this is effectively a cold start. So you'll get to see, it's pretty responsive. Now the car is pretty noisy from a start because of the secondary air pump. And secondary air pumps on these cars make noise if the cats are bad. Usually that's a good sign. But the car has no cats, so it's just gonna be noisy. And it It's a little worrying, and then it'll go away about a minute or two after driving. I'm just gonna take it up and down the block. I don't have a lot of time for a full highway driving, you know, getting the oil up to temp, doing a pull, but it will do that. I'm just out late here. Driving. Yeah, you might hear like some whirring. That's engine speed related. That is the secondary air pump. I am driving a manual and holding a phone, so let's see how that goes. Also, I need gas. Story of my life. It's a lot of fun to drive. The engine has such a peaky power band, but it's also really big. 3.6 liters, which I guess could be small or could be big, whoever you ask. So it seems like it can really, you know, handle its own in traffic, but really, if you start driving it, it just wants to go and go and go. I don't know if you can hear it there, but sometimes there's a little hum from the gearbox. It's load and speed dependent. That is actually not too uncommon for the GetTrack 280s. All synchros were great. This one can just sometimes hum a little bit. I am sure a different fluid may help that, or just read about G80 whine or just noise on a M5 board. I know a lot of people have documented that these gearboxes, they just start doing weird things with age, and there's not a whole lot around it. I don't know if the tach is perfectly accurate. Idle should be around 900 RPMs, and it does seem... I'm just gonna hit all these. I'm just kidding. I don't know if that was enough for you, but oil is still cold, so I don't want to take it all the way to 7. But also holding a camera and shifting. That was not my best 2-3 ever. Okay. Yeah, the S38 just has a lope at idle, and it's very odd. If you're not really used to, if you're used to like the M20s and M50s that just kind of purr, the S38 has some really big cam timing, which means there's a lot of overlap. I'm not going to get into the technicalities, but it just means it has that hot rod lope, which is actually very nice. It's very characterful, and I like that. I had an E46 M3 before this, and I just felt that the car didn't have enough character. And I decided to get into one of these, and did not disappoint. This is 500e is really popular, but the 500e is really just a nicer, faster W124, which I guess is saying a lot. The W124 is a great chassis. I hope this video is enough for you. It's not even temping the oil yet. But you hear the idle now. It's doing its thing. Illuminated gear shift knob works. Semtech 2-wheel. This interior is really, really nice. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and email this to you. This is gonna be 11 and a half minutes. If you need any more, just let me know.